What are the top three things to do when starting a business, specifically like detailing cars?
Oh,
Oh, I like
fun.
this
Okay,
question. I
good
like this one.
question.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, okay, Dave, do you wanna start? Anything that comes to the top of your head right off the bat?
I'll start with one that's super important. I think there's one that's good in general is, and I think he narrowed it down is like, thinking about what can I do to be of service? What do people need? How can I satiate that need and provide a service? Where he sees the car detailing as one of them. Perfect. That's awesome. Love that. Um, the next part is building relationships with your clientele and going above and beyond for them because they will always remember that. They'll be much more likely to tell people about it if you provide that next level where it's you have to treat it very professionally and like, yes, your customers are your customers, but making them feel like they're a part of the thing that you offer, like they are a part of it. That matters because it that relationship building, that differentiator between you and the next guy who's detailing cars. Like, oh, dude, Kyle 17, dude, I can talk to that guy. I can talk about my day. He's super helpful when it comes to like, hey, here's how I would take care of your car. Here's some free tips on how I would, make sure that it's not getting messy in 2 days or whatever, and how it can last longer. Like that type of rapport with your clientele base matters, and it takes you so far. So I think those two things are super helpful. There's a lot more, and AJ and I can go into hours of detail with this stuff, but those are two ones that
Oh,
stick out for me right now.
for some reason, I don't know why the detailing business idea gets me all excited here, but it just seems like
Same.
such an easy one to be able to, and fun one because when I was a just anal retentive neurotic mess back in my heyday, and I had nice cars that I would bring them to my Uncle Scott's shop and I would detail my car every single day. I wouldn't even let like my girlfriend at the time, or when I met Allie, I wouldn't even let her put a water bottle in the cup holder because I didn't want the condensation droplets like creating any type of anything. And now Ethan's seen my cars. If you were to go in my car now, you can't roll the windows down when you drive because the dog hair will get in your eyes so bad. But I had many years where like I had every detailing piece of equipment that you could have.
Mhm.
So this question gets me excited. Okay, so this is where you could start. Create create your offer. Think about how you can package together an initial offering. I think very easily for car detailing, you could have like a silver, bronze, and gold or
Yep.
platinum package where you can have a
Mhm.
few packages, but focus on like your main core offer.
Yep.
Um, Toss in one or a couple key things into that you market as free. So if that's like a wheel detail or
Engine
uh,
bay cleaning or something.
yep,
Yep.
something that's like that next level above and beyond that the person's like,
Yes.
ooh, that sounds really nice, and toss that in as free into
Mhm.
the offer, and then start with your warm leads. Which your warm leads would be family, friends, Facebook friends, Instagram followers,
Mhm.
um, and present your offer even one-on-one in a DM, an email, a phone call to those people.
Yep.
What will happen is if you're good at what you do and the offer's good enough and price it really, really fairly. Again, we said this earlier in the podcast. You want to price it to where the person feels almost stupid saying no to what your
Yes.
offer is. Then what's going to happen is you're immediately going to get referral frenzies from all of these people that were your warm
Yes.
leads, that were your family and friends and Facebook friends. Um, then the next problem, almost right away, if you do that well, I would guarantee within the first few months, if you wanted, you're going to have a problem of, okay, I already have too much work than what I can handle. So then at that point, make sure you come ask me if you need help. You need to find people you can hire to do that. It should be pretty
Yes.
easy to hire somebody that you can trust that can be detailing the cars while you are
Mhm.
going out and getting the leads,
Yes.
packaging these offers, helping run the Facebook ads, and kind of doing the higher level business stuff while somebody else is actually doing the detailing. I
Mhm.
could start $1 million detail business or build $1 million detail business very quickly, I would bet, with the knowledge that I have.
Mm.
So Kyle 17, ask those questions. If you get to any roadblocks or bottlenecks and you need help, that can be very, very profitable. And I know you're probably thinking, well, doesn't everybody have something like that? sure, that might be a low hanging fruit of a business that a lot of people would want to start, but let's
Mhm.
face it,
Not many people are gonna
people,
jump in.
no, well, they might jump in for a day or a week
That's
or
what I mean.
a
No one's
year.
gonna go
Yeah.
all in on it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's tough. Yeah, it's insane. And I'll
Nobody
even give
takes it
you
that next step.
and I'll give you one better because I personally get caught up and I'll have it on in the background while I'm doing some bike work if I'm not sick. Is I'll have on like car detailing before and after YouTubes. And
Hmm.
for Kyle, I'm like, dude, if you get just 2 minutes worth of content where it's just like a couple pans of the car before, a few pans of you doing your thing, set up the camera, show you just doing a few different scrubs, a few different this, and then a couple pans of the after. It'll make your life so much easier when it comes to marketing because you'll find out, as AJ knows, you hit AJ's team, and this is probably not even conservative, probably spends 60 to 70% of their collective time and effort marketing compared to actually doing the services that they
Oh
provide.
yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
it's easy. It's probably more than that. So that's gonna make your life easier when you're having to make your ads, make your Instagram reels, your YouTube shorts, all that other stuff. Like, don't forget to do that portion because a lot of us do forget, and we're like, oh crap, how do I showcase this thing now? All I can do is talk about it. Make sure you do that, and if you realize that it's fun, like I enjoy editing, not to the level of Ethan, obviously, but I enjoy that stuff. Dude, you can start up your old YouTube channel, and then that helps. That's another funnel for you to help grow the business with, right? So I think all that stuff makes a big difference. And Ethan can speak more to that, but I think it makes a huge difference.
Well, you took the words right out of my mouth. That was going to be my biggest piece of advice is doing POV content.
Yes.
So not just like making an edit of it, but I see this online all the time. People just will, put on like a Insta360 Go Ultra, so a small camera that's kind of hidden, and just record the whole thing, right? So process beginning to end, and that stuff kills it. People, for whatever reason, just find that kind of stuff
Yeah.
satisfying, seeing the before and after process, right? Or another thing too, this kind of ties into something we say a lot: be unembarrassable,
Yeah.
right? You don't have to go out and actually execute on this, but go knock on people's doors and just say, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm offering, and record those interactions POV style. People love that. You know what I mean? It might not lead to something, but it could be a good piece of content and people eat that up. You
For
know what I
sure.
mean? And I see that stuff online all the time, specifically with car detailing, right?
Hmm.
So really heavily lean into the content, because not only will it help grow the business, but it'll make getting leads and jobs a lot easier. And I can speak to that from my own personal experience doing the moto edits at the track. All I had to do was post a banger from the week before saying, hey, this is where I'm going this week, and I'd be booked out before I even stepped on the track, right? So I would say really heavily lean into the content. As you start to build more and more of a catalog, your Facebook ads get easier too, because then you already have the content. It's not a matter of making something, you already have it made, you see what performs well, and you run that. So really heavily lean into the content. And if I had to suggest something, the Go Ultra would be the camera, because it's so small and it's too easy to not use. So
You could make a killing with a business like that, Kyle, quickly.
Yeah.
Mobile detailing service. Like for me and Allie, we have our two main cars. We have the Polaris now too, which I need to get cleaned already. And we have there's a lot of, you see a lot of the new kind of updated car wash places popping up, right?
Mhm.
Where you have like a membership or a subscription to that, and those have become quite popular. They'll have like the vacuum and maybe a microfiber setup outside and some stuff where when you get
Mat
out of the car
cleaning.
wash, yeah,
Yep.
which is cool. But a lot of people are still very much wanting that. They don't, first of all, might not want to go drive and do that, which I don't, and they want the next level up of a proper detail, and they want
Yes.
somebody to go to them. And if you race dirt bikes, I mean, you could easily build out a sweet Sprinter van
Yeah,
that
dude.
is your mobile detailing van that can also be
Yep.
your moto van, and then
Exactly.
now it's a tax write off. So yeah, I could talk for hours on this, but yeah, Kyle 17. Let us know if you have any questions at all, because you're onto something. And owning a business, I say this with a bias because I own one, but I think it is an amazing way to live your life, because you can really feel like you're in control and design every aspect of your life. You can create
Yes.
freedom of time for you and your family in the future. Yeah. Yep.
1000%.
Cool. Great question.
If you're in Texas,
That's exciting.
come do my car, please, because I need it desperately.
Well, I was going to say, if you want a client up here too, all 3 of our vehicles now need a detail. So Allie and I were just talking about it yesterday. If you guys enjoyed that podcast clip, you can listen to full episodes on Apple Music and Spotify. And make sure, if you haven't already, join our community inside of the Moto Academy app. Go to themotoacademy.com today. I'll see you guys inside the community.